Welcome back, everyone, to Third Street Reactions. I'm Zach.
I'm Shane.
We're back with Arcane. Season 1, Episode 5.
Yes, sir.
You were having last time?
We got to see Powder, it's been a few years. We don't know how many years. And she's one of...
Presumably 5 to 10.
Okay, yeah.
3 to 5?
I feel like 3 is too little. I feel like 5 is perfect.
Alright, well, I was halfway there.
She's basically Silco's head...
She's definitely found like that kind of like weird daddy relationship with Silva.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's not like the sexual version of weird, but it's weird.
I feel like it was like... her character is a little sexualized the way she's presented to us.
I think most of anything that is in a visual medium presented in comics or cartoons is sexualized. It's unfortunate, but that's how you fuckers present it to us. So here we go.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what she's like in the game, but
if she's even in
or
the
if
game.
she's in it.
We know that she's in the game.
I thought it was a prequel to the game.
Maybe so, but
Okay.
my point is like the way she walked with Silva.
Yeah.
She had like her hands behind her back.
Yeah.
And she's like jutting herself out. It's kind of weird.
It was weird.
Like, I've never seen a kid do that in my life.
Well, the way she came and sat in his lap, it didn't seem super innocent, personally.
No, it seemed like seductive.
Yeah.
But
I don't think Silco...
and I don't see that relationship between them.
Me too. My interpretation
I'm just saying
of Silco
like, it's like her version of like she lost her parents.
Yeah.
So it's her trying to get attention.
Yeah.
So but Vi on the other side of it, like Powder's like the feminized extreme.
Okay.
And Vi's like the masculine extreme. She's like boxing the fucking wall.
She was punching the wall and stuff, yeah.
like being more like Vander.
Yeah.
Whereas Silka is kind of like the, I wouldn't call him feminine.
No.
But he's like the guy that's taking the brains over Braun.
For sure.
So
like Scar.
Well, because he had the disadvantage in that respect. Because Vander's a fucking huge beefy motherfucker.
Yeah.
And he's the guy that he's got the brains, but he doesn't have the brawn to back it up.
Yeah.
So he has to find other avenues. So that's where we left it.
Well, we've seen how Hextech has
progressed.
Transformed the world. Yeah. And now...
Like teleportation, right?
I might have missed that.
Pretty sure they have some version of teleportation.
Okay. Well,
like travel. Some kind of instantaneous travel.
Yeah, they definitely use it to power everything and traveling, because they talked about shutting down the gates when that was stolen.
Yeah, hex gates.
Yeah, hex gates. So if that's what that is, yeah, I'm...
Pretty sure. It's not like a train.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so he's now been elevated to have a seat on the council, so he can overlook those operations.
Because they want to take advantage of his technology.
Yeah.
And his crippled buddy is kind of getting a little bit of the shaft.
That's what I was wondering, though. Is he getting, like, is that going to become apparent that he feels like he's getting shortchanged? I hope not.
If you include that in the story to this point, I would imagine it's going to become a breach between their partnership.
I just hope, because that kid who came up with it, even when it's been a hard choice, he's always made the right choice, even though it was hard so far. Mm-hmm. So I hope he continues to do that, and I hope he doesn't put off the other guy.
He's doing a good job of being humanistic. He's trying to be, relatable to his fellow people, and like saying, "Oh no, we should do this." You know, Heimendinger, whatever the fuck his name is, the goddamn furry little Yoda. He says, you should wait, and then the guy that came up with it said, "Yeah, we should stop."
Yeah,
think about it. He takes his predecessors,
and he does that basically. I mean, they just weren't prepared at all. He was selected to make the speech. I feel like practically in real life he could have like shown the technology that this is some of the exciting stuff we're coming with. It's still in its beta phase, so don't expect it anytime soon. But this is what we're working on. But he gave them nothing. He gave an impassioned speech though.
Yeah, so, but he was he's probably kind of torn between. Like he built the speech up, getting ready to unveil it. And then he decided, well, I better listen to him.
Yeah, and then
do it. So it's kind of goes both ways, and I get it. What's the upscale people's little world called?
Like the surface dweller. I don't know.
Yeah, the surface dwellers. What are they called? You remember?
I'm not sure. I mean, they all consider the people on top and the people on the bottom. They all consider themselves citizens of.
No, I think the people on the top consider themselves all one thing, and the people at the bottom are like, "Fuck this." That's kind of the attitude.
Well, the people on the bottom want to be included, I feel like, and they feel like they've been shafted. So that's why...
Yeah, but they don't include themselves. That's that point. They're getting the shaft. And the people on the top are just living the good life, and they're like, well, they're part of it too.
Yeah, I mean, I think some people, like that guy who created it, I think he cares. You know what I mean?
He might care for the benefit of humanity, but he may not be considering how much these people underneath have suffered.
He might not know, yeah. Either way, we're jumping in.
It's not a reality. And it never will be.
Yeah.
So it's nice to go in and dream on a Sunday morning and go home and get drunk and face reality.
We're starting 3, 2, 1, go.
Try what's her name?
They're shooting towards the city? Obviously a flashback, or?
That's probably her training with the other woman. Remember they were at odds in the last episode? Because the other one was like Silva's older agent.
I thought the woman was killed.
She wasn't killed. She was the one saying that she was crazy.
Shooting, man.
No.
Oh!
Did my parents pay you to let me win?
God damn it. Blue hair's throwing me off. I'm sorry.
To protect people. To be of service to the city. That's trophy enough.
She's awesome. And
Silco, the industrialist.
Okay, this is getting old. Can you just send in whoever's gonna kick the shit out of me so I can get on with my night?
Does this mean anything to you?
Where did you get this? You enforcers are all the same, just asshole criminals in fancy uniforms. You know what? Find Silco yourself.
I will, thank you.
Undercity's gonna eat you alive.
I've got orders from Councillor Tallis concerning inmate 516.
Not cooperative, huh? You want us to have a chat with her?
No,
Oh,
it's for her release.
I'm a fat orc-looking motherfucker.
since when's he a counselor?
Since today. How many chats have you had with her?
You know, I never even thought to count.
Nice prison.
They all probably were back then.
I wonder if it's a private prison. There's some guy up here like...
They're just running it.
Yeah.
I gotta run the prison.
I'm gonna be that
I'll
guy.
keep all your
I'm
people.
gonna be that guy in this world.
I wouldn't.
The guy who
They
runs
all
the
got
prison.
out, they'd kill you.
Well, I'd be a good guy.
No, you wouldn't.
I'd be a great man here.
No, you wouldn't.
Fathers, sons, daughters. But to all, they are heroes.
Reminds me like the Martini Henry,
What's this, Daddy?
Lee Henry rifles
Oh,
for the British Empire.
yeah.
A good woman.
And you got her killed.
They did.
I can't make this go away for you unless you give me something to work with. Arresting her would be doing you a favor.
I don't need favors. I need you to do your job.
Just like his predecessor, he's making deals. So maybe you need to in this world.
They ambushed my shipment at the Hex Gates on the same day as the attack. It seems to me the Council has its culprit.
Oh, that's tidy for you. What if I'm not interested in playing along?
We've accomplished a lot together, Marcus. Sheriff. And there is more yet to achieve. I hope you can remain a part of it.
Footsteps were a little... I think there's someone... They're like a little too quick.
Sorry, I didn't announce our other projects in my speech. Soon we can do everything. Soon? There are people who need our help now, Jayce.
You wanted to see me?
Have your people ever reviewed these logs?
Mr. Tallis, I assure you.
Counselor, and the only assurance I need is that you will search and seize any unauthorized merchandise. I've made a list of suspicious transactions.
All due respect, Counselor. Today's your first day.
Second,
Right. You sure you don't want to confer with the other counselors before?
this corruption runs deep, Sheriff.
You might get in there and not play... Not,
Yeah.
not be part... Yeah.
Not play along.
They call themselves
Yep.
You can rush it.
Victor, you alright? A headache. I need to get to the lab.
So, here goes.
That Clagger.
Yeah. So she seems pretty traumatized from it.
No. No, it was a mistake. It was a mistake.
How spry are you still? Being in a little jail cell.
She can't be that old. She probably. How do you know? How long do you know she's been there?
I mean, I feel like it's not 10, but I feel like
Maybe a couple years at that.
Yeah.
But she's probably kept herself in shape. She's been punching walls.
Yeah.
She's determined. Iroh, in his 60s or 70s, is in there fucking...
Yeah. Look at that
okay?
shit.
Come on.
Like Mirror's Edge.
This is pretty extreme in comparison.
Nice jacket. Welcome to the lanes.
You almost got me killed.
My little sister could do that when she was 7. All us fisherfolk can. Don't you want to blend in?
Fisher folk.
That's what they call them. And then the Fisher. The Fisher's like a little...
Oh, Jericho. Have I missed these?
No, thank you.
You're missing out.
Are you going to question him?
About what? And me? Definitely not above board.
Silco, his connections. Isn't that why we're here?
We're here because I'm hungry. Do you know what prison food is like? No, of course you don't.
Unbelievable. I didn't break you out of jail to eat slop. I knew this was a terrible idea. You don't actually know anything, do you?
Puts it. I think that guy would eat people.
You think so? Like, that way his ingredients and his fucking food.
Yeah.
Chancellor's Hoskell and Sella? Don't they hate each other?
But they share a taste for the fine Enoxian spirits. Technically an illegal import.
I tightened our security.
Your power
Like
over the world
the cigars of Cadet Castrel.
Cuban.
Yeah. Such a funny tariff.
Yeah. Ridiculous. Can't we just have some good cigars?
And that's in Vietnam, they
fucking long.
smoked them a lot.
I believe it.
They,
Hey, shot the crow. It's beautiful coloring.
it's incredible. Like the purples and the everything. Kicking up and using your hands. Yeah.
Good meter says a score.
Yeah.
These are simply favors amongst friends.
I never wanted anything to do with politics. You pushed this on me.
You're a symbol of the future now, Jayce, whether you like it or not.
I would just resign if like.
Yeah, but fuck it. I'm done.
Yeah.
Taking my technology with me. See you, fucker.
What? I think you can take it. Get out there.
Oh, blow it up.
She's like she hasn't been presented as evil or anything.
She's playing.
She's playing it. I think she's playing everyone, but I feel like
She's definitely playing him.
she doesn't want him to do the obviously wrong thing.
Yeah. But she's still playing him.
Yeah.
We talked about this last.
Yeah.
And the one before that.
Yeah.
3
It looked like
reactions
she
in a
was
row we talked about this.
Using her sexuality a little
I
bit.
know.
What's that guy? The robot guy.
I don't know. He's kind of like, what's his name from Star Wars?
Yeah.
Wat Tumbler.
Yeah.
Back in class. It's just over.
When Anakin's back there, he's like in the back doing
They juke on the table.
Yeah. So is he going to play the game, or is he going to...
Probably to a point.
Yeah.
I imagine he probably feels like he has to do something.
Yeah.
Yes, Matilda. My parents named me Matilda after my great-grandmother Matilda.
This has gone too far.
Imagining yourself a hero. One final
Why is that proof?
make you the martyr.
Like giving them an example of the explosives that were used. God damn!
Then what are you waiting for?
Okay.
I can't do it. Just give it to the doctor.
You're the only one I can trust with this, Jinx.
I keep seeing them. That day.
Fear haunts us all, child.
It's nothing.
This is such a cool story, dude. Gosh.
I love it. I love this world.
My father put hammers in the hands of the people, and they built this magnificent city. Imagine the wonders they could create if we put magic in their hands.
The world will never be the same.
I couldn't have done it without you.
Smoochy.
She's very seductive.
I'm glad she's acknowledging her kind of her privilege, like being from a wealthy class.
Are you headed home soon? I thought we could walk together.
I'm probably going to sleep here tonight.
Again? You know, there's always tomorrow, right?
Good night, Miss Yan.
Not that you're dying of cancer.
Not you're dying a cripple. Nothing to show for your life. There's no difference between them now.
Yeah.
One man's just dying to get the research through, and the other man's making love.
Yeah.
And like tuberculosis. It's a drastic step. The maturity of things. That's banging.
Let's go make another one of them.
They're definitely banging.
Yeah. Does that look like a DNA thing?
A little bit, but
You're strong now. Just like you were always meant to be. Jinx is perfect.
oh god damn it, no kiss. Weird. Alright. Baptism. We're good.
The only person I wouldn't let do this to me would be Keanu Reeves. He's a Constantine. He drowned you. Jesus, that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh.
God damn! It's like Green Goblin and Spider-Man! Their fucking bodies landing through the floors! Blam!
I'll give her your regards.
Oh, I'm gonna save her. There you go.
Oh! Just runs. Thank God she got hit in the shoulder.
Yeah.
Guys, that was a reaction. Just our discussion. Just another great damn episode.
What'd you think? What'd you think?
No, I thought it was just as like all the other ones. They're just a great story. It's compelling. And, you know, like, I feel like, and it's only a good job if that's the case, I really don't know. With Jayce, it's like they might show how a good person becomes bad, and by just trying to do the right thing in the middle. But just kind of like in the movie Training Day, it all begins by you move one piece of evidence 1 inch this way to prove a guy that you know is bad, to convict him. And then eventually, a few years after doing that, you're moving evidence like 12 inches. So, but when you see him in a hospital with Victor, like he left that girl there. I think they showed that. Like she wakes up alone because his priority is still Victor. And now with Victor is going to die, he might have more resolve now to not be like a shitty politician guy.
She's obviously in this to seduce whatever the fuck his name is, the dude with the powers and the hex technology with Victor. He's there trying to do the good thing, and she's there seducing him to get something pushed through, and they fuck each other, and Silco is seduced. Silco and Powder are seducing one another in some weird father-daughter relationship thing, and
yeah, well,
Vi's is trying to get Powder back because she's guilty, and the other chick's there because she wants to do a good job as whatever, and the sheriff guy, he's there because he has a funky, shitty little mustache, and He hates his life now because he hates what happened to the woman before him.
Yeah, how do you feel about that for his character? Do you feel like
how you fucked up, dude? Now you suck. So either you like get out of the game or you try to make it better. You don't keep playing along.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because he's still playing along with Silco, but I feel like he is. I don't say he's being forced to.
No,
he's getting paid.
He's taking the money.
And it's like, hey, we made you sheriff. At least that's what I got from that scene, was that you're sheriff because of me. And I'm giving the family money. So it's like, hey, I'm not like an evil guy here. I feel bad. It shouldn't have happened. But I feel like you're right. I think he needs to try to get in and change things from the inside, which I feel like he's not. Or
if you feel bad for it, you should.
Yeah, I think he does, though. I think it's just like
I agree. But this episode, obviously Vi is feeling some very deserving regret over the scenario. She's lost her younger sister.
Yeah.
And the other fucking henchwoman's like, oh, she's basically his daughter.
Yeah, and I have to say, like, that woman pissed me off, but she's a badass.
She is.
Yeah, she was cool. And honestly,
I like her. I like the woman that was the head of the guardsmen, or the sheriff.
Me too.
Before fucking
the head enforcer,
fucking shitty stash man,
young Antonio Banderas.
He's not a young Antonio Banderas. He's like no Hispanic actor that I can think that is cool represents this man.
No, before he fucking says you're pointing to the other man. Before he cut his hair, he was
he's not. He's like a rounder face. You get the shitty little mustache. That guy sucks.
Well, actually,
he looks like he's trying to make a turn. So eventually, everything that sucks about him will be made cool.
Yeah.
When he makes the turn. But right now, he's still fucking under Silco's. He's under Silco's whip.
Yeah, and I hope he makes a turn. But
he will.
Do you think the grenade thing was some kind of
too much.
foreshadowing?
Well, it's definitely showing the extent of his animosity in the situation. But I think he will make the turn eventually, subtly, or like a grenade.
It's almost like, and I could be wrong here, it's like there's a rival technology, which is like Shimmer can be used to power.
Well, she's figuring that out.
And then
powder is.
Yeah, Shimmer can be used to powder. Shimmer can be used to power technology, and so can Hex. Hexgate is the name of the magic. And there's also, it's like a rival to Hexgate, which is powered by magic.
Well, I thought that the Shimmer is kind of like a distilled version of what they may have been finding, but the Hexgate shit, like the little orbs, like the materia that Powder found, was like a more refined version.
So I took it at,
the Hex, or I'm sorry, the Shimmer is like the Moonshine bootleg version, and
so is it like
the materia is like the top shelf fucking like I don't know, that's not a fair comparison because Moonshine's like pretty good alcohol, and then you got the top shelf legal version. Yeah. But the idea is that there's a bootleg version and a legal version, and it's not even legal because he's trying to make it legal.
Yeah.
So it's like
you need someone to make it legal. Like we need a Palpatine making it legal,
like genuine alchemic gold versus the bootleg version that's still kind of gold, but it's very volatile.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
So I do. It was just great to see Vi again and doing like the parkour stuff, and then we have what's Caitlin.
You have to tell me what parkour is.
It's just like the Assassin's Creed, jumping on the buildings and sliding around, like stuff that they did as kids.
Why is that called parkour?
Well, parkour, I know it originated. I think it's a French term, and it's just the name of something that's probably been here for a long time. It's of just jumping on buildings, doing all the kind of crazy Assassin's Creed stuff. It's called parkour.
People actually name something.
Yeah,
there's off of buildings onto other buildings, like Jackie Chan level shit.
Yeah, like there's like
and it's called parkour.
Yeah, there's like people who film buildings, like videos of them like doing dangerous stuff and like sliding like an Altair in Assassin's Creed.
Like post Jackie Chan.
Post Jackie Chan? No, like during
or like before Jackie Chan.
I think the term parkour, I don't know how it's originated. It's a French term. I don't know exactly when, but Jackie Chan's like 70 years old now. But I know people.
You think that negates his level of awesomeness?
I do not. I'm just saying, like
he was in his 20s when we got everything we got great out of him.
All right? I think people have.
When the communist Chinese government promoted him and brought him to the U.S. states.
Thank God for them for that.
Gave us all the greatness to Jackie Chan. Right?
Well, like the
parkour.
the act of doing that.
Yeah, I get it.
I think it's a French thing.
I'm just asking, was it before or after Jackie Chan?
No, 'cause I think people have been doing it for hundreds of years.
Really?
Yeah.
People have been jumping off French rooftops for hundreds of years.
I don't know, you have to be French. I'm talking about...
You said it's a French thing! What else am I supposed to know? I don't know shit about it.
I think there's like, it popularized like the sensation, like the international...
Alright, so just some like Aladdin asshole that's running around on rooftops like a street rat.
Yeah, that's been happening a long time. And some guy in France has said, that is parkour. So they started fucking parkouring everywhere. Okay,
right.
and I'm not an expert.
I can accept this.
But I would just...
If it was happening in Agrabah,
yeah,
I can accept it. Whatever.
So, but whatever it is called in this world, I call it parkour. I think it was cool. But she did say that everyone in the world there, in the underworld, does it. So if you want to fit in, Caitlin, then you need to learn how to do it too.
I thought that was about her being a whore. Or playing on her looks.
No, it's right when they landed. She said, you almost got me killed. And he said, my 7-year-old...
Oh, yeah. She was doing this when
she was 7.
7 years old.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it has basically revealed what we've already kind of known, is a lot of people in the council are corrupt, and they're not like genociding people, but they're getting illegally exported wine. And, that sound.
Why are you scratching?
It's like, I don't know what it is. It's like this... You kind of pushed on this idea, and I pushed back the idea that Powder might be a little crazy, and I thought, well, maybe it was just the circumstance of the last episode that made her have an episode, but it appears like she's crazy.
Well, she was... It's like... All right.
Because obviously
I'm going to get personal here, and this is where I've been coming from the whole time, but I've just been elevating it because I've been drunk most of the time. So, I'm definitely drunk now. Okay. So, just not to negate any fucking details, but I'm definitely inebriated. But,
okay.
All right, so 2 children go through a divorce.
Okay.
Parents divorce. One is older, one is younger. One is not old enough to completely be mature and understand everything.
Yeah.
But one is definitely significantly like half the age of the other one. So you have 2 children that are on complete opposite ends of that, what do you want to call it?
Like a spectrum?
Not just a spectrum, but it's like a...
Like traumatic?
Traumatic, okay. They went through a trauma. But one is twice the age of the other.
Yeah.
Okay? And more than twice the age.
Yeah.
So the one has already been through the experience of having the parents.
Yeah.
Having the joy of the parents. Having all the good things of the parents.
Joy.
Yeah.
Huh?
If you're going to have any good things out of the parents.
Yeah.
That one has already had it.
I was making a joke about you, but go ahead. I'm just kidding.
Well, you're right. But at the same time, I gave a lot to my kids.
Yeah, I know.
That was good.
So that's a joke.
Enjoy. So, me personally, though, if on the matter of just a personal, relatable scenario without kids and without anything else, no.
No joke.
I'm not good at parties. I'm not that good out of them either.
Yeah.
But
the words in my mouth. Go on.
All right. So, one got everything good out of the parents. One comes up. Boop, 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 halfway along. Didn't get half the shit that the other one got, and everything fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay? Everyone's dead. So, now you have a kid that didn't get everything the older one got because the older one was alone and got all the attention.
Yeah.
So the other one got whatever percentage of the attention that the other one got before the parents were dead. Now the parents are dead. Now the one doesn't get any of that percentage that the other one already got. And so it's pretty fucked up, but most people that aren't parents wouldn't get it. And they never will get it.
Yeah.
And I understand. I don't hold it against anybody. Whatever. You don't fucking know. It's fine. But
I haven't had to go through that. And
I did. I've been through a divorce. And I'm the one that did it, and it's my fault. So
well,
I'm the one that bears the blame.
This represents like the negative the negative consequence of in terms of Powder's case. But do you think? I know some people made this argument to me, like while the kids are young, do you think we should end this now before, like later on, it's worse for them? Like,
what do you mean end this now?
Like some people, you the first thing you talked about was a divorce, and then you kind of went into murder, and then you went into
because people were dying. This is like the next scale beyond anything I've ever been through. There's no fair way to judge this unless you've been through all of it and know someone that has bombed someone and has killed people on a mass level, and you don't, so we just relate how we can. And if you don't relate how you can, and you try to make excuses for everybody and say, well, I'm sorry, but it's a gray area for everyone. It's like, well, I'm sorry you feel so shy to make a judgment on the case. A lot of people do, and that's how a lot of shit slips through.
I certainly see how that...
It sucks for both of them. It does. Honestly.
Yes. I think it sucks, yeah.
I think it sucks for everyone, but it sucks for Vi and Powder.
Yeah.
Silco got betrayed, and I understand the path he took because of it.
Yeah.
Vander made a mistake, and he understood when he died why things took the turn that they did. So I get that there's a spectrum here that is very close in color.
Yeah.
It's like people don't understand, but some people do. A lot of them did.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say that they don't.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying that it's just, Vi wants to be a leader, then she has to be a leader all the way through. She can't be a leader just when she wants to be.
Well, that's what Vander said, too. Like, when they went to the bridge, he said, when you try to do this thing, you're going to drag Milo, the other kid, and Powder.
Clanger, right?
Clanger? Clanger,
Yeah.
Powder, and Milo.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe that is Luigi Vampa. I cannot believe it. That man does not... He didn't sound like it back then.
Well,
I need to listen to, voice clips of that man.
In that particular movie, he was really kind of leaning into that.
Well, he was just
English.
like he was in... What was the other movie he was in at the time?
I have no idea.
He was in something else.
I don't know.
Was he in Mummy? Was he that fucker?
I can't remember. I haven't seen it.
They got the scarab in his neck? Went up into his head?
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember.
Do you remember that guy?
I remember that happening, and I blocked it out. I don't remember the guy's face. I don't want to remember his face.
I want to feel like the same
I don't want
guy.
to see his face in my dreams. Exactly.
Motherfucker, you think I don't want to remember the horrible things? Because I do. And I go crazy and drink in my attic with the mice.
Stop watching horror. That's all I got to say.
My favorite show is a horror film.
What was interesting is she got imprisoned, and even though she doesn't have a record.
Well, it just shows the injustice of the underworld.
Yeah.
Piltover, which we were trying to think of before the episode. That's the name of the top world.
The Piltovians.
Piltover.
It was all Piltover, but yeah.
In Piltover, I remember reading somebody commenting
okay.
It kind of is Piltover's position and their handling of the situation that's resulted in these circumstances.
Yeah.
Because the people in the underworld are kind of cut off.
Yeah.
So they're kind of feeling, they don't have any sense of justice.
Yeah.
So people like Silco and Vander
have
risen to the top because of that animosity.
Yeah, I feel like if Victor and Jayce
now Vi and Powder have. So
Yeah.
Vi has risen in Vander's place, and Powder has risen in Silco's place, is rising in Silco's place. And they're taking these precipices in the underworld because of Piltover's, being neglecting towards that underworld and overlooking those needs.
Yeah.
So
I feel like if Victor and Jayce had their way, then Hextech would be benefiting everybody, and there would be no someone who is that impoverished. I mean, you're going to have impoverished people in any kind of hierarchy.
You're always going to have impoverished people,
but I think
having impoverished people that are as capable as Vander and Silca,
are
very different than having just the guys that just want to get on drugs.
Yeah,
and just want to get high all day. And
so I think the idea is can Jayce and Victor, because they're kind of being slightly held back from Heimerdinger, right? They're being held back a little bit. They want to help people. It's not happening fast enough. And right now, the underworld.
There's so many politics involved in that.
The underworld is the underworld
because
is,
that what's her name? The woman that was kind of seducing Jayce.
Yeah,
and she beds him. There.
Yeah.
They fucking fuck. And they get it on.
Yeah.
And she gets her way. And she's steering him in a certain direction. But Victor's also dying. And Heimerdinger just wants things to be safe and kosher.
Yeah.
And you have all that going on at the top. On the other end, you have all these fucking terrorists that Silca is trying to finance as an industrialist.
Yeah.
He's an industrialist now.
Yeah.
And he's taken Powder to his advantage. Whereas Vi's been cut out from the Vander's absence.
Yeah.
Because Vander was at the top. Now that Vander's been displaced, now it's Silco, and now Silco's second is Powder.
The thing about it though is I think
Vander's Powder's more volatile than Vi.
Yeah, and everyone united and liked Vander. And I think there's a little more civil war going on in Silco's place.
Well, Vander's was more of a
not like a real civil war, but like
he was definitely in the middle kind of guy. He understood that, hey, all the bad shit's going on. I gotta compromise. He's more of a compromiser, whereas Silco's more of the extremist.
Yeah.
And he's gonna push things forward. Maybe not the extremist like Powder is.
Yeah, because
Powder's like the fucking she doesn't think before she acts and she blows shit up kind of extremist. Whereas Silco still wants to blow shit up.
Yeah.
But he wants to make it more strategic.
Yeah. One thing we talked about early on was she will be kind of like the techno gadget girl, and then the other chick, her sister, V, will be more about brawn, right?
She's more like
Vander.
And the other one's more like Silco, more the brains.
Yeah, but I feel like
brawn. But they, like you said,
yeah,
you know, Powder, if she has that close of a skill level physically,
yeah,
but she has the brains.
If they want to show some epic battle, they can't make them like right here, and then Powder's up here when it comes to brawn.
Yeah, or even brains.
Or, yeah, when it comes to brains, yeah, that's what I meant. So I don't got anything else. I love this show. So
this is great.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be overly critical. I'm just overly vocal.
Yeah.
And usually drunk with my opinions.
Mm-hmm.
So I do like Vi and Powder's perspectives. I do like Silco. I did like Vander, and he died.
Yeah,
There's no point liking him now because they make me a sentimentalist, and it's against my philosophy. So
even the villains, like the guy who's head of the forces now, I don't like him, but I like his story.
I don't like that fucker, but I can relate to the fact that he's stuck.
Yeah, like they present his story so well.
Yeah, he was pinched.
Yeah.
Go ahead, I agree.
No, yeah, I was saying what you were saying, that like I don't like his character, but like I like you said, I relate to his story. I get that he's kind of stuck, and I'm even excited to watch his story unfold.
Didn't he have a picture of him and a little girl?
Yeah, so like he's got a heart, and even at the very beginning, he wasn't trying to get anyone killed. He thought incorrecly that Vander was this corrupt guy, and everything that passes through here is a crime.
He thought he was the kind of like the head of the snake.
Yeah, but now here he is making deals with a worse snake.
With the actual head of the snake.
Yeah, so you know, we had two people who were compromising. We had the head of the Enforcer and the head of the Underworld. They're both working together to make sure there's a peace, and now we have more extreme evil versions of those guys.
It's kind of funny because you had the guy that was like Silco on the Enforcer's side, surviving.
Yeah.
And then Silco surviving on the other side.
Yeah.
So the top two, Vander and the other chick from The Expanse.
Yeah.
The head enforcer of the sheriff.
Yeah.
Departing.
Mm-hmm.
So you had the seconds on either side taking the reins.
Mm-hmm.
So now that's occurring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a very cool dynamic, which I love. I love cool dynamics because if you just had Vander left with the shitty sheriff guy, or you had the shitty sheriff guy, or I'm sorry, with Silco left with the good sheriff woman, it wouldn't be that convincing or that enjoyable because one of the two would know.
Yeah. Well, they couldn't. There's no way they could have anything close to the same kind of deal or understanding.
You could.
Yeah, no. This is one of the most compelling shows that I'm currently watching. And this,
I'm not a fan of Imagine Dragons, but other than that, I like this show a lot.
And that's it. Guys, if you like Imagine Dragons, just like and subscribe. If you don't like them like Zakk, then you can like and subscribe too. We can hear Zakk talk about how much he doesn't like them.
The end of the episode